Now this goes out to all of my beautiful people. I'm J-Star, you know it's nice to meet ya. 7:45 a.m., catch me on the Morning Meetup, hosted by David Shands.
Okay, and what I mean is building your dream team. There's 4 parts to this, okay? There's building, there's dream, and then there's team. Okay, this is going to be really, really good. So I want you to take notes. So I can't say that I'm like the guru of building a team, or I've effectively done this the best. However, I've been very effective at building a team, and it's worked for me. Okay, so we're going to talk about building your dream team, but the very first thing we got to discuss is building. Building is the process, and I looked up the definition. Building is the process or business of constructing something. Building is the process or business of constructing something. So we're talking about building a dream team. There is a process to this. It's not you have a good idea and you say, yo, be a part of my team. There is a process to building a team. You don't just end up with a team. When I started my first business, well, the first business that actually worked, I thought it was my friends and family's responsibility. It was their responsibility to be a part of my team. And I didn't realize that it was a process in terms of building a team. So I want you to understand, get your mindset in a place where it's a process. Chances are the first people that you bring onto your team will not work. They won't be it. They're not going to be the ones to help you. They will probably be your first headaches. Okay. It's a process. It's a process of finding the right person. It's almost like a young lady, maybe 10 years old in middle school or 13 years old in high school, and she comes across this little boy or girl that they fall in love with. And they think that is going to be the person that they spend the rest of their lives with. How often does that work out? It's a process of building a relationship. It's a process of building a life. Building a dream team is a process, and you have to be okay with it, okay? Some people can't stomach this part of having a team because you got to build it. You just want to have the team without building it, okay? So we're talking about building a dream team, not having a dream team. So first part, understand that it is a process. Number 2, building your dream team. We have to talk about the your. And the most important letters of the word your are the first 3. We've got to handle the person that's building a dream team first, okay? So who is the person that the team is built around? One big question for you. Would you follow you? Okay. Let me get some people off mute real quick. Not Clubhouse, but would you follow you? Just give me an answer. Somebody come off mute. Would you follow you?
On social media?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
Depends on the context.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool. Great. Chris McBride, you would follow you. Why?
Depending on the context, when it came to healthy habits, when it came to reading, but when it came to other things, I probably wouldn't, speaking honestly.
Oh.
Business practices, I wouldn't. I'm be a buck. I follow you, I follow Donnie, but me, nah.
Cool. So you think people follow you based on the good stuff you do. So he said, yo, I would follow me in some areas, but other areas, not so much. Total picture. So let's say Jonathan Jones.
Yes, sir.
Would you follow you?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because of my ambition and also because of just like my focus. Good. I'm servant leader focused, so yes.
Cool. I've seen some people's ambition lead other people into a pit. So because you work hard, you just follow somebody that works hard?
No, that's why I came back and said the other piece about servant leader focus, because I want to see everybody win. And I invest in the people that way.
Cool. Okay, quick story.
I wouldn't follow me.
Yo, you want everybody to win for sure. This is a true story. This is like a championship game in high school. And oh man, I wish some of my teammates was on this call. Like I think we're down like 1 point, right? And a few seconds left. And the coach, he says, all right, he calls the timeout. We come together and we like the coach is putting the play together. Yo, I tell this story forever. And we're in the huddle, and one of the 6 men, okay, he's great value. I wouldn't call him 6 man. He's like the 8th, right? Great value add, plays great defense. And in the huddle, my man gets off the bench and says, Coach, put me in. I got it. My man had the ambition. He want everybody to win. He the 8th man. I appreciate the ambition for sure. But who do you think the coach drew the play up for?
Star player.
The star player. The person who has the results. Who in time and time again, he's been able to make the big shot. His name was Rod Venner. Okay, the ball is going to Rod, period. So the person who has the results, that's who we follow in this regard. So I feel confident adding people to my team. Why? Because I've been able to get some results, and through my track record, I've gotten results for other people. That's why I feel confident that I would follow me. Not only am I ambitious, not only do I have the heart for people, but I also have some results. There are certain things that I know about that I feel comfortable leading. So I want to ask you a question, Brian. Would you follow you?
I would follow me. I'm confident enough.
Wow.
I say I would follow me because I've been producing results since I joined the Morning Meetup. That's really honestly my number one answer. I've produced a lot of results. I have grown a lot, and I'm still growing and learning, but for the most part, I have produced results.
Good. Okay, cool. Here's the thing. There's no right or wrong answer, but I do want us to ask ourselves that question of would you follow you? Okay, it's a very important question. Before we start building a team, building your dream team, we got to focus on that second word, the your, and focus on the first 3 words of that second word in the title, which is you. That's the first thing we got to handle. Would you follow you? And what I want you to do from today on is start to focus on your results and become the type of person that you would follow. I want you to become okay, if we're going to start with our notes, become the type of person that you would follow, because then other people follow you. What is your gift and what are your blind spots? There's no perfect leader, but what successful people do have in common is self-awareness. I know what I'm awesome at, and I know what I'm not awesome at. And what makes me want to follow somebody is the transparency. I'm following them because they have results, but I would not follow them if they're claiming to be something that they're not. I often talk about my shortcomings on a regular basis. Is that true? Is that right? I don't talk about
facts.
Talk about how awesome I am. Listen, I'm going to let you know. They cooked me in the comments in my last podcast too, because I didn't know what a boarding home was. I was like, slow down. I don't get it. It was a couple people in the comments on my YouTube. They cooked me because I just didn't know what a boarding home was. And I was about to clap back, and I think I still might clap back and just let them know, yo, I'm sorry. I didn't know what this was, but I'm sure there's some things that I know that you don't. But then it would kind of feel too arrogant. I still might say it. I don't know. But I take pride in identifying what I'm not. Okay? Transparency is key. People will follow. Nobody wants to follow someone that's perfect. I'm telling you. I want to follow the person that says, nope, I'm not good at this. Because I have a hard time believing that somebody's amazing at everything. Meaning there's something you're covering up. I can't trust you. But you'll be able to create this trust if you are as transparent by knowing what you're awesome at and what you're not so awesome at. Knowing your gifts and your blind spots. I want you to write down real quick in your notes, Write down 3 reasons someone would follow you. Just write down 3 reasons someone will follow you. I know I promise you we're going to get to building a dream team, like actually finding people and things of that nature. But there's a couple conversations we need to have first before we start talking about other people. Because you're going to go find these people and you're going to ruin their life because you ain't all the way together. Let's focus on you first. Okay? So write down 3 reasons why someone would follow you. 3 reasons why someone would follow you. Okay? And put them in the chat. Put them in the chat real quick. 3 reasons why someone will follow you. 3 reasons why somebody will follow you. Just write them down. Okay. Dream. It's a 4-letter topic, 4-word topic. Building your dream team. Let's focus on dreams. Okay. What is the dream? Do you have one? Do you have a direction? And when people are following you, can they see the dream? Can they see it through your words or your activity? You have to start building the dream first before you add somebody else to your team. Some people are we're backwards. We're looking for help in building something before we start building it. Somebody asked me earlier on Clubhouse, I think the conversation was centered around, how do you find the people, or, from the beginning. It was actually Natasha, I believe. We were talking about in the beginning, how did you start? How did you start building your team? And I was just, honestly, I did all that I can without help. That's like just a rule to live by. I'll do all that I can before anybody comes. I'm not gathering people in a room and saying, all right, guys, listen, here's the plan. Let me just tell y'all about what I'm going to do. Chances are before I have a meeting, I've already taken some steps. And Jen gets pissed sometimes. I know she'd be mad. She don't show it all the time, but her attitude be a little spicy because I'm so in the habit of moving. And then I tell her, I'm like, here's the direction we're going to do. And this is what we're going to need help with. Am I right, Jen? Is that accurate?
Can I add something to
that? That is very accurate. And I tell my team too, like, our job is to clean up the messes he creates whenever he creates them.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Very, very, very important. You got to start walking in the dream, because if you haven't started, chances are you don't believe in it. And if your belief is conditional upon other people joining you, it's not true belief.
Can I add something to that, David? Is that okay?
Sure, quickly, because we're on Clubhouse.
Yes, of course. Sorry. I was just gonna say that I feel like sometimes when you tell people about it, especially like your family, they get a lot of negative results. Rather than if you just do it, then people are going to jump on, because people always want to see results. They want to see receipts. They never want to see like, oh, I heard, or I think. It's always like, you do it first. They want to see proof. But what people don't realize is you are the proof. Like, they are the proof.
Those are facts. That's good. That's strong. Like, you ever told somebody your dream and they didn't believe you, or they had something negative to say? They only have something negative to say because you ain't got nothing to show them. You only have something to tell them. So you have to believe enough in the dream to actually go for it. There needs to be an understanding on your team, okay? I want you to like really, really pay attention to this. There needs to be an understanding that you are going to do this with or without them, okay? Very important to know. And I don't want people to feel disrespected or they're not valuable. You know what I mean? So I will say it, and I talk about it publicly all the time. Jen is one of the most valuable people in my life. Okay? She is one of the most valuable people in my life. And it will be hard to replace a Jen. Okay? Like, she walks in excellence in her role in terms of systematizing my business, and she gives me the freedom to go out and mess stuff up to create this whole whirlwind. And she puts this whole whirlwind in a little box in a package and makes it look nice. But the only reason Jen rocks with me is because she knows I'm going to get it done with or without her. That's why we work so well together. I believe she wouldn't work with me if she thought that success was weighed on her back. Who wants to follow somebody like that? Why, yo, if I need you to make my dream come true, I work for you now. I now work for you. Because the dream being built is based upon whether the person that you need is feeling like working today. So there needs to be an understanding that you're going to get this thing done with or without the team. But you still have to dance that line of appreciation. People need to know, like I have to preface it a lot before I say something like this, because I never want Jen to feel like she's not appreciated, because she is. But the only reason she was attracted to be a part of the team in the first place was activity. What's going on, family? David Shands. I want to give you a special invitation to the Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com. It is the only organization that gathers every single morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we help you learn entrepreneurship, grow as an entrepreneur, become an entrepreneur, or you just get to be in an environment, a network of all entrepreneurs. Literally hundreds of entrepreneurs gather on a Zoom call every single morning, Monday through Friday. Okay, so I want to give you a special invitation to help grow your business and your brand all this year. Okay, every single day. You eat every day for your health. You brush your teeth every day for your hygiene. I need you to learn and grow every single day for your mindset. Okay, so make sure you go to themorningmeetup.com. It is only $1 trial. You don't need a promo code. Just go $1. themorningmeetup.com. Check it out. If you like us, stay. If not, after that, it's $79 a month. But I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy yourself. Okay, so go to themorningmeetup.com. I love y'all. See you in the morning. Was that right, Jen? I love to hear your perspective, Jen, because I don't want people to think. And I hope you'll be like, yes, I feel unappreciated right now. Okay, Jen, I'd love to hear your perspective real quick.
No, yes, it's definitely, it comes along with what you said. When you build something, people will follow and they'll want to be a part of it. So I support you and want to make sure that everything you do is within excellence and that it's done not janky. So that without part is scary, because I know you'll do it and just it'll be janky and you'll be like, I don't want to bother Jen, but I prefer you bother me so we can clean it up, because people gonna come to me anyway. And then I'm like, I didn't even know Dave was doing that. But yes, it's definitely because of your mission, your vision. I support your mission, your vision, and who you are as a person. And I want to make sure that you win and see you succeed and be successful.
I got one more question for you, Jen.
Yes.
Do you feel fairly confident that if you stay with me long enough, you'll be really, really, really successful?
Yes, I do. Very confident.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Jen. That wasn't planned either in the presentation. So, but you have to clearly define this dream, and it's going to start with your own activity. Okay. Can anyone else see your dream? So you say it and people hear it, but can they see it? And you might be good with you might be a Martin Luther King, being able to articulate a dream that hasn't yet come. You might be able to get people to see the picture being painted. But the best way to paint the picture is activity. Okay. All right, cool. You got to do more for the dream than anyone else. Okay. You have a responsibility. Once you bring somebody onto your team and into your vision, it is now your responsibility to work harder than anybody else. It's your responsibility, especially in the beginning stages. Eventually, I think it levels out. Then you kind of enjoy your life and just lay up on the Caymans because you got a whole team running everything. But I have a very specific audience, and I know who I'm talking to, so I'm talking to you. Do not let somebody on your team outwork you. Listen, one of the worst things you could do is have someone on your team outwork you, because then they start talking to you crazy. Yo, he don't do that anyway. I don't need this. I'll go build my own. They'll take all of your sauce and go build their own, because they was doing all the work anyway. Okay, lastly, so we talked about building your dream team. We talk about building. We understand that it's a process. We had to talk about you. We had to have a conversation with ourselves. Dream, okay, understanding that the dream must be like, you have to have a dream. It has to be clear. And I don't think I talked about this part, but you got to keep casting the vision. You got to keep casting the vision. You got to keep talking about it and keep talking about it, keep talking about it. Martin Luther King said, listen, I have a dream that one day, and I can imagine outside of that particular division, he said that in smaller rooms in front of his team, one day, bus boycotts are going on. I'm sure he's talking about one day, this is what life will be like. It won't always be this way. One day, kept casting the vision. And if you are the only person on your team, it's very important that you keep casting the vision to yourself. That's important. Marlon, you need to get in the mirror and say, Marlon, one day. John, you listen, one day, you in the mirror, you talking to your star player. You need to be talking to your team, which is you, in the mirror. Jonathan, one day, until you start to believe you. Do you know that some people don't cast a vision even for themselves because it's hard to even say, I'm going to be successful? Trust me. I've been in workshops where I'm saying, I want you to say, I am going to make 6 figures in the next 12 months. And because they don't believe it, and because they don't think it's possible, it's hard for them to say it out of their mouth as an exercise. To say, I'm going to be successful. I didn't say successful. I said, you're going to make 6 figures. You're going to be a millionaire. Say that. And I got to prompt them, and they say it low. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be. It's hard to say. So what I want you to do is at least practice saying what this dream is until it's comfortable. Because if you say it and it's comfortable, you'll feel a different way, and it will affect your emotions, and your emotions will affect your activity. Okay, lastly, team. We got to talk about team. Building your dream team. Building, we talked about that. We talked about that. Dream, we talked about that. Now we're talking about the team. After you've done all you can, find help. After you've done all you can, find help. You need to know where your blind spots are, okay? You need to, it's important to know what you're not so that you can find what you need, okay? I am a people person, and I love people. I love talking and coaching and giving everybody an amazing experience. I love that. But what was happening is, every time I collaborate with people, I collaborated with people like me. We share the same vision. Yo, we want people to feel good. We want to provide an amazing experience. It ain't all about the money. And then we line up, I align with Bryn because it ain't all about the money for Bryn. It ain't all about the money for me. We got the same mission. Let's go. But in this relationship, ain't nobody thinking about the money? What? I got 2 me's. I love people, Bryn love people. We come together and we are loving on people and ain't making no money. It feels good. It feels good. And here's what's crazy. So Nikki, all about the money. Me, I'm all about the people. I don't even want to work with Nikki because I'm like, Nikki, she too about the money and she ain't about the mission. She just about the money. And it's uncomfortable for me to work with Nikki. However, Nikki's exactly who I need. Because in a business, somebody got to be thinking about the money. Somebody's got to be thinking about the growth. Somebody got to the afterthought needs to be the people. Right now, we need to figure out the business of it. So I do these events, and I would charge to come to the events, but what I'm not thinking of is, what about the people who are coming that are going to pay at the door. And I don't put anybody at the door and people just come in and they don't pay. Listen, I've done that over and over and over again. So much so, my wife always asks, okay, who's at the door this time? And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I find somebody to be at the door, to check the names, to collect the money from the people who are just walking up to pay. I need somebody I need somebody thinking about that. So my point in that is, stop connecting and collaborating with people like you. You need people that you're not, because you already got somebody like you. You are covering the bases of the stuff that you're good at. You need people that you're not. Okay, so let's jump into a little bit of behavior science, since this month we're all about behavior science. We're going into our disc, okay? There's 4 personality types. Now, there's a bunch of skill sets and things of that nature, but we ain't got enough time to go through that. 4 personality types that you need on your team, okay? 1 is your high D personality, the closer, the dominator, the person that's the decision maker, one that's like super comfortable closing the sale. I'm okay making people feel uncomfortable because I'm focused on the result and not the experience. I need that result. You need somebody that's results driven. And you might be the person that's results driven. But you don't need 2 people that are results driven, because who's thinking about the experience of your customers, your clients? So me personally, I am not results driven, which is a handicap for me. It's not noble. It's not noble, because I'm not thinking about my family in that way. Like I need to be focused on some certain results, but I'm not. It's not my thing. So you need somebody that's the aggressor, that's going to collect the money. Okay. All right. So you also need an I type personality. You need the person that's the public relations, bringing the humanistic element, the fluffy stuff, making everybody feel good, the one that talks to people. Now, that is me. I am focused on the results. I'm focused on the experience. I'm not focused on results. I'm focused on the experience, which is good. I have me. But because my blind spot is someone that's focused on results, I need someone that's focused on results while I handle the experience. While I'm the person on stage, while I'm the person making everybody feel good. You need somebody that's focused on results, or you need somebody that's focused on experience. And I'm a natural experiencer. Experiencer? That wouldn't be the word that I would use, but my natural behavior style is that. Experience, making people feel good. But I need somebody that's focused on results, the driving, the person that's going to close the deal. I can set up the deal, but I need somebody that's going to close it. Okay? That's not going to let me take any old thing. Okay? So that's 2. Number 3, we need the stabilizer. Somebody that is willing to take all the chaos and to stabilize that thing. Somebody's going to put a system in place. Listen, I just want to get 1,000 people on. We need somebody that's going to say, okay, here is the system that people are going to follow. Okay, they're going to go into a $1 trial. After 7 days, they go into the full membership. After the full membership, they're going to go into the Facebook group. In the Facebook group, they'll get access to all the recordings. Okay, here's what happens in an email sequence. This is what happens. You get a text message every single morning. You need somebody that's going to put all that stuff together, that's going to organize things. I suck at that. It would take me a whole month to clean my office, and my office is not that big. I just don't know where stuff goes. Okay? Nikki, calm down. You're judging me. You're judging me. All the claps and the laughs, cool out. All right?
That's me.
I feel attacked. Oh, okay. You my sister then.
Yes.
I'm not good at it. So I could build a clock. Okay? Outside, pretty facing. We can, like, the design of the creative, we can put a price point on it, but the inner workings of the clock, I'll never understand how that works. The system and how this affects that and that affects this and where everything needs to go. Listen, I'm building a team. but I'm not even super effective at what everybody needs to be doing in the team. I know we need it, but I need to run everybody through Jen. And I'm bringing on another high-S personality, Javon. With Javon, he came to me yesterday, said, yo, and he's been rocking with me forever. And he was like, yo, what do you need? I'm like, yo, something that me and Jen talked about, which was like a project manager to make sure I'm on track. And he said, well, what would you like to do, man? I'm like, yo, I've been wanting to have a solid team meeting for a long time, but my eye be all over the place. And Jen got all kind of stuff to do too, and I'll be putting all kind of stuff on her back. So I need somebody that's going to make sure we have a meeting and everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, and I don't forget all the stuff that I intended on doing. So Jovan set up a simple group text. Hey guys, we got a meeting tomorrow at 9. That was so helpful for me. That was so helpful because and when Jovan did it, I started to think about how Jen told me that's what we need to do. So I needed to double down on my S's, on my stabilizers. I need extra stabilization. So when he said it, I said, yo, you're right. That's what Jen said we need to be doing. Okay. All right. So anyway, you also need that person. So the D, the I, the S, and you also need the C. You need the pessimist. You need a pessimist on your team. Sound weird, right? You need the person that's always thinking negative. The what if? Hold on, what if this happens? Now, I don't know if that's a good idea because I saw something, I did some research, I found out that, I don't know. Deanna, she's on here. She is, she does like all our attorney work. She is a high C personality. She's always thinking about the what ifs. And you need that. You need that. It ain't somebody hating on you. It's just the way they're wired is to say, hold on. The word is caution. They're very, very cautious. Very cautious. They don't want things to go wrong. And they see it the way they're wired that way. And in this high C personality, in these pessimists, like I like to call them. I'm a high C, so I'm not attacking anybody. They're very analytical. The data driven. They need the person that sees beyond what everybody else sees. On the surface, we see a car that's nice, it runs well. The high C says, hold on, let me look into this because they got a recall on them brakes. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be the right car. I don't know. People will think a certain way about the color red. I don't know. Maybe you should get a black car. Maybe you should get a different color car because you don't want this to happen. Or like, it's just, you need that person on your squad. Okay? Someone that is the pessimist, the analytical type, data-driven, perfectionist. This high C personality, they're not going to let it go until it's perfect. They're focused on getting it done right, the right way. Okay? All right. I think I'm done. I think I'm finished.
Come join the most amazing live mentorship and accountability group for entrepreneurs every morning. Let's go. The Morning Meetup. Do you have a business idea you need to get off the ground? Do you currently work a 9-to-5 and are looking for supplemental income? Come and network with like-minded individuals and take your business to the next level. Every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with David Shands and friends. Try the Morning Meetup today for just $1. Head over to themorningmeetup.com. That's themorningmeetup.com.